Hello. Today we're going to take a look at third-degree price discrimination, or what's also commonly referred to as multi-market, and this is under a monopoly setup. In this case, we're going to be looking at something very similar to our traditional monopoly setup, where we set marginal revenue equal to marginal cost. Again, the reason we were doing so was because we were finding the last unit that it makes sense to still produce, where the cost of that next additional unit is equal to the amount that I receive for that additional unit. And we're not constrained by price equals marginal cost, as is the case with perfect competition. In this case, with third degree, we're going to have two different markets, and our monopolist knows enough information to know the demand curve for each of the two markets. Therefore, they can set marginal revenue equal to marginal cost for each market respectively. This means we'll have two different prices and two different sets of answers for our two different demand curves and our two different markets that we're looking at. In this case, we have a domestic market and a foreign market. So let's take a look at this question. Our domestic market demand curve is P equals 4 minus Q, or our price equals 4 minus the quantity that we produce. And here our foreign market is price equals 6 minus the quantity we produce divided by 3. So let's start off with our domestic market then. Our domestic market, again, is PD, or price domestic, is equal to 4 minus the quantity we produce domestically. And again, we're going to set our marginal revenue domestically equal to our marginal cost domestically. As noted in the question, we're going to have a marginal cost of 0. So I'm just going to put that up here on the top, marginal cost of 0. Quick note, this question does follow up from a previous question, but all of the information is available to us in this question for third degree, so we don't need to reference back to those previous questions. Okay, so with this, marginal revenue domestically equals marginal cost domestically. That means we're going to have to find our revenue function domestically, and that's going to be price times quantity, which we can substitute in our price function of 4 minus our quantity in for the price there. Multiply by our quantity again, and we get 4yd minus yd squared. So that's our revenue function. What we're going to do with that is take our marginal revenue, which means we need to take the derivative. So it's going to be 4 minus 2yd. Again, we're setting marginal revenue equal to marginal cost. So 4 minus 2yd will equal our marginal cost of 0 in this case, which means 4 equals 2yd, or I produce 2 units domestically. Okay, so that's our answer domestically. Okay, now let's look at our foreign market. Our foreign market is going to be a different demand curve, which is going to be P now equals 6 minus our foreign quantity over 3. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to set marginal revenue in our foreign market equal to our marginal cost in our foreign market. Okay, so again, we're going to have to construct our revenue function, which is price times quantity. And then we can slot in our price there, which is 6 minus our quantity divided by 3, and then still multiply by our quantity again here. So that's going to be a revenue function of 6 times our quantity minus our quantity again squared, and then over 3. Okay, so let's take our derivative with respect to quantity here to find our marginal revenue. That's going to be 6 minus 2/3 times our quantity. And then we're going to set that equal to 0 again, because that's our marginal cost. So 6 is going to equal 2/3 times YF, which means our amount that we produce foreign market is 9. Okay, so those are our two quantities. The question asks us specifically what will be our profits. Since there's no costs, either marginal or fixed, as given to us in the question, we can just simply add up the quantity that we produce times the price we produce each at to get our profit. So we'll say profit is equal to our price that we will sell at domestically times 2 for our quantity here, plus our price that we will sell in the foreign market times 9, which is our quantity that we found there. To find our price in the domestic market, we're going to plug in our answer from here into our price function. So our price function is 4 minus our quantity, which is 2 here. So we're going to be selling at a price of 2. And then here, we're going to do the same thing. Our price in the foreign market is going to be 6 minus our quantity over 3. We found our quantity to be, in this case, 9. So we can say 9 over 3, which is just 3. So our price in the foreign market will be 3. Okay, so one more time, we're going to plug everything in. Profit is equal to 2 times 2 plus 3 times 9, which will be 4 plus 27. So our profit will be 31, which is answer choice C.